Hi everyone, my name is Nonjabulo. Welcome to the channel. I just wanna first thank those who commented on videos on my videos. I don't know how to express this, but guys, your messages really encouraged me, and yeah, it gave me hope, to be honest. You are more than welcome. If you have questions or comments, to just drop them on the comment section. There is a person who commented the other day about his or her situation. Sorry, I don't know the gender, but in that comment I was so encouraged, actually, that you know what, I sharing our testimonies with people can help. Sharing testimonies with others can help a lot, because you don't know what the next person is going through at that time, and the person maybe might learn something from your experience, from your testimony. So it helped me a lot. It encouraged me, because as much as I thought about sharing my testimony, but I was like, it's gonna be too long. I'm not sure whether should I share or not. And I received another comment as well, and I was so encouraged. Actually, I was so encouraged. I guess that what I will share about the comment later on, but also with my testimony, I will upload those videos where I will share about my journey, my experiences. But for today, I wanted to just, let me say, I just want to share my the vision. Okay, let me say the vision or visions that God showed me, because I think the word for today will be based on that. So on I can't remember when was it, but I think it was this year, uh, January, I think. I had this vision where I was in it looked like a church set up where there were people, and it looked like I was talking also. I was one of the people who were talking at that time. So as I was talking, in fact, as much as it was a church, there were lots of people, but what was the main point, or the main focus, or the focal point for that day, was the old women, the elderly women, if I can put it like that, because they are old. I think some of them, I think they're more than even 80. Like when you look at them, you can tell that they're more than 80. They're more than some they like 80 something, but those ages. So they were there at the church as well. The reason I'm mentioning this, it's because we sang a song at that church, or on that event. And then as we were singing as we were singing the song, the way we know the song, these old ladies took over the song, and then they sang it. And some of the lyrics, we didn't even know that there are other lyrics for that song, because we know the song. It's like a normal, song, or a modernized song, if I can put it like that. We've never thought that there are other lyrics in that song. If you get what I'm trying to say, I'm not sure if I'm making sense. But yeah, that was the situation. They took over. Let me also mention that in that church, I was so thrilled. I was so happy to see them. Um, I was so excited that I got a chance to meet them, um, to meet that generation. Actually, it was like I'm so excited to meet their generation, and I was so thrilled, guys. I was over the moon to just see them, because at their age you can tell that they are grandmothers, they have their grandchildren. um Not that they do, I know that they do, but when you look at their age you can tell that they have grandchildren, some even great grandchildren. So that how they looked, and I was so excited. So I remember, yes, I spoke in that church or event, and then there was it, and I thought about this vision, and I was like, wow, they were so beautiful, actually. um, to meet those women and to hear them singing like the way they sang, and the message behind the song that we didn't know, and then they just sang it, and then now we understood. Sorry, at that time we understood the song even better. So I had the same vision this morning. I had the same vision. Okay, I'm a Zulu. Okay, I don't know where you are, but here in South Africa we have like different tribes. So I'm a Zulu. There are Zulu songs that we used to sing at church, and some of them are old songs, but we sing them now in a modernized way. Let me put it like that. That's what I was trying to say. That what I was trying to explain at the beginning. Because those ladies, when they took over the song, they sang it like the original lyrics that we, some of them we don't know, but in a new song now those lyrics were omitted and not there. So when they sang everything, the entire song. So that was the situation. And on the vision this morning it was the same thing. We're singing this song. It's a well-known, it's a Zulu song. Actually, we were singing it. As we were singing, these ladies also, because it was like there were a few of them also in this church gathering, or I will say church gathering because I don't know, it was a meeting, but it was a prayer here taking, there was a prayer taking place, the worship. So I can say it was a church. Let me just say it's a church. So um we were at church also, it was the same setup. And we were singing again, and I remember because I was also going to talk. I was also going to speak at that church. Um, but before I speak, we were singing this song. It's a Zulu song. Um, we were singing it, yes, singing, and then there were few old ladies, same as the last vision. There were few of them this time, but old ladies still. And they took over the song, same thing, and then they sang the song with the entire lyrics, of that song. They sang everything, of which we're like, wow, is that how this song? Is this the same song? And you're like, oh wow, those are the powerful lyrics. But on the modernized song, those lyrics and the lyrics are not there. So I guess that was another thing that made, or brought that happiness and joy, because now you're learning something new that you didn't know or you were not aware of. So that was the vision. Yes, I did speak his on both events, but those were the visions that I had. So as I was this morning, when God showed me that vision, this for the second time now, God emphasized in my heart that this is what happening in our Christian life, in our churches. When I'm saying churches, I mean Christians. Um, it can apply also to other religious or other religion, but mostly Christians at this time. Because what God was saying is that even it's not only the songs that are modernized, because remember that these songs, both these songs, we knew them. Let me say so. We knew these songs, but most of us didn't know all the lyrics, because that's how this song is sang now. You you the singers sing it like that, so that's how we know it. We didn't know the other parts of it. The other lyrics of the song are omitted. So that's what God is saying, that it's not only the songs, but also the message of Christ, the message of Jesus Christ. We facing the situation, we are faced, or let me say, we are faced with a situation where the message of Jesus Christ is preached in a modernized way, if I can put it like that. In a modernized way, to the point that whenever the message is preached, the focus is on modernizing it, the message being relevant to people out there. You're trying to make sure that you modernize the message so that it will suit or it will relate to people. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm saying, but yeah, because you adapt it in a certain way so that it will fit that. Be it you modernize it so that it will fit what you are doing, like, sorry, what you are doing as a church, so that it will fit to that church culture or whatever, or to suit to people. That what we see in these days, you'll find out that yeah, the message is modernized in a way, not even in a way, that what is happening these days. And God is saying the danger of modernizing the word, the message, is that you leave out the very important message. It loses the value, because the word of God or the message, it loses value when you try to change it or modernize it. I understand that we are moving, we are modernized, all that, but the more as Christians we change, we want to modernize even the Bible, the message, the more we drift away from what God intended with that word. And God has placed in my heart that the reason I was so happy to meet that generation, the old generation, it's because they know information. They have that information as raw as is. They grew up in that time where they were not concerned about modernizing anything. They were just doing things as they were or as they are, if I can put it like that. They're not concerned about modernizing so that they will fit or the message will fit or the church will be relevant and all that. But they were more concerned about preaching or doing the work of God as is. So the danger with us, or let me say with our generation, it's because everything is modernized. Is changed so that it will suit the times that we live in. And there is a danger in that, because along the way we lose the very important thing. We lose the basic. I remember because the viewer that I was talking about that shared the word with on the comment section, the person spoke about being considerate. That the gospel says we must consider other people. We must not only be about our interest, and it's always about us. It's always about what we will benefit from what we are doing. Sorry, be it's a gospel, be it's a ministry, whatever that God has given to us, we always concerned about what is it that we are to benefit from this, rather than thinking about other people. So that what God was saying to me, because those old people, when they received the gospel, at that time, it was a pure gospel. Whatever that they received, it was pure because it was not modernized. They were not concerned about changing so that they will fit on the season, or sorry, on the times. So they were just preaching, they were just receiving, sharing the gospel as is, because they were not concerned about all the other things that are happening around. So that what God basically was saying to me. And in fact, when when that person commented and said that word, I was like, wow, I needed to hear this, because we struggle, because we struggle in the journey with God, because God will reveal things to us. And when we look at these things, it's like these things are against what is happening. What is happening around us in terms of what are the teachings at church, in the society, but mostly at church. And you find yourself and you wonder, is it me? What's going on with me? Why am I seeing these things? What's wrong? And sometimes it's even more confusing, because when you read the Bible, you can see this is what God has showed me. But why are they doing it like that? Why are they not doing it like this? Because this is what God is saying. So you find yourself clashing, if I can put it like that. Or you what God is saying to you, you find it clashing with what is happening in our society, or a church for that matter. So for the past few days, I've been also struggling, having spiritual fights, and fighting with the people that I know, the people that I thought, okay, these people are Christians, obviously, they won't have any issue. Let me say, not issue, they will support if you do also the work of God, only to find myself fighting with those people. And I was wondering, is it me? What is going on? Maybe it's something that I did. Maybe I'm doing things wrong. What's going on? I remember, was it last week? I think it was last week. I had a dream where this lady, I know this lady, she's a Christian. In fact, it's a woman. I can say it's a woman because she's a bit older than me. So in the dream, this woman came to me. Actually, I was sitting down. I don't know what I was doing, but I had, I think, my phone. I don't know whether the cover, but I have a phone and the phone cover, but I removed the phone cover from the phone. So they were like separate things that I had on my hand. Um, I had these things on my hands and I'm sitting down with them. I think there were three, if not four. I can't remember all those, but I think they're all related because they all look like phone related. I can't remember what else I had, but yeah, there were those items. And this woman is also sitting down next to me, and she's asking me, she saw that, okay, I'm having these, and it's like I removed the cover from the phone, and she's asking, who gave you that? Like she's asking, who gave me the phone? Who gave me the cover? Who gave me? It's like she's asking everything. Where did I get all these things? And in the dream, I got, I don't know, for some reason, I got that uh, message. Or let me say, in the dream, I knew that this person, she's asking me because, um, in fact, I was introduced by someone else to them. I was introduced by someone else to them. So as she was asking, in her mind, it's like those things that I had, I don't know whether she thought some of them I got it from that person who introduced me to them, or what was the story, but I've got that message. And as a result, when I woke up, I asked myself why this person is asking me so much question. So sorry, why is this person asking me so much questions on the phone? Really, it's phone and the cover. Obviously the cover belongs to the phone. Why is, because it in the dream it looked like I had to break down, like my phone is broken down into components, if you get what I'm trying to say. As I say, the phone cover is one part and the phone is on the other side, and there were other parts also, but all these parts belong to the phone, but they were just removed on the phone, and I'm having all of them. So sorry, I'm trying to explain the situation or what happened. I'm so sorry. So I was asking myself, why is this person asking me one by one, who gave you this? Who gave you this? To me, it doesn't make sense. I mean, if I say the phone is mine, I bought it. Obviously, I bought the other parts. Why is she asking me each and every single thing? Where did you get this? And then last night, in fact, yes, it was last night, because I also had that struggle with spiritual fights actually. And then God reminded me of the dream, and he said to me, this is what is happening actually. People, or let me say rather, these people are wondering actually, where did you get this? Where did you get uh, the word from? If I can just summarize the thing, where did I get this from, the gift from? Because obviously they don't know me, or they know me as that person that maybe they look down at. They've never thought that this person will come out with something, because they know that, oh, we know you, your background, we know you through so and so. Maybe that so and so told them that, you know, this is the person that I came with, and all that. Maybe the person shared also the background, the family thing. So now they're asking themselves, if they're asking themselves, sorry, where did this person get all these from? Because like they are busy investigating the case, like, why are you, where did you get this gift? Because we know, it's like, we know in your family that no one is doing this, and then why are you doing it? Where did you get it? God showed me those questions, and He said, this is what they are busy asking. Where did you get this gift from? Because they know you, and you've been that person that they look down at, and they've never thought that you might have something. Oh, God will speak to you for that matter. You are that person that they look down at. Those are the things that affected the church and changed the message, because even with the gifts of God, we tend to relate them to certain people because they have money, because they have that, because we know them, because we know their parents, so at least they are capable, they can do this. But with you, no, we cannot. You cannot, sorry, with you, you cannot, because you don't have that background. Where did you learn it? Where did you learn it from? Those are the questions that these people are asking. That's why I had that dream. So I was like, let me come and share with you and just encourage other people or other Christians who are called at this time, who are called by God at this time, to rise up and stand for the gospel, and stand out for the gospel of Christ, and stand out to change the things. It might look as if we are going against the grain, whereas we are not. It's just because we are not doing what other people are doing, what is known as the norm or the normal thing when you are a Christian. Because sometimes, even with us, as I said in one of the videos, we are doing what is happening in the world. Because you will think that only happens in the world. We know about it. Some of us, we have experienced it, because there is that some form of corruption that says, if you know somebody, it's easier for you. You must have connection and all that. And it also happening in our churches also, where you find out that if they know you about your background, sorry, so they expect you that you will have some gift in you, because they know you, obviously, and your family maybe is well known in um, in the in the Christian journey. So you are expected to have some gifts in you, but not anyone, not just anyone. Uh, yeah, that's the gospel actually we are seeing, or the gospel that we see in our society. Uh, in fact, I can safely say that the difference is really the same with the world, actually, that what is happening. So at this time, I just want to encourage those who also maybe find themselves having the same situation, and you find yourself, oh, God has called you to rise up and maybe lead a certain ministry, but when you look at what is happening around, you can see that what you are to do, or what God has called you to do, uh, it's not what is happening, and you, or it's not the normal thing, and you're wondering what is going on with you. So that's what God was saying, that unfortunately, the older generation is the one that have the message, or is the one that got the message of God as is. So with us now, we are losing it completely, because what we hear in our society is totally different. Oh, it's not different, but some of the things, they are being omitted. You won't hear about them. You won't hear those things being spoken out. They omit some information, and then they select which one that they will include in their message, in the message, or in the way. That's what happened with the songs as well, because those songs, as much as they are well-known songs, but you find out, when I found out that in fact there are more lyrics attached to those songs, but we don't know the other lyrics. We know other parts, because the other part is omitted. That what is happening also in our society. It looks like when God speaks to us now, it looks like what God is saying is totally different or against what is happening. Whereas it's not. It's just that the information, the message that God is giving you at this time, compared to what is happening, is totally different. Is totally different. So that, I guess that's why, and I believe that this is the reason why God is raising who more people to lead ministries, not in a normal way, but in a different way from what we know, from what we normally know. And sometimes it can cause a lot of confusion. As I said, I've experienced fights spiritually, and at some point I remember I was so tired. I said to God, I'm so tired of fighting. Why am I fighting with these people? What is the problem? I remember those days. That's where I had that dream about that other woman. So God is saying to us. I remember the way that God gave me. I think it was in January. I wrote I wrote the word down, but at that time I thought, okay, I'm going to wait I'm going to wait for God to give me some clarity on this word. I remember. Let me read the word that God spoke to me. Sorry, uh, the word that God gave me in January. I just wanna read it. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, and it's verse 17. Okay, let me read verse 5, the one that we the scripture that we know. It says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. So, verse 17, I just want verse 17. You can read the entire chapter. Verse 17, get yourself ready. Stand up and say to them whatever I command you. Do not be terrified by them, or I will terrify you before them. Today I have made you a fortified city, an iron pillar and a bronze wall to stand against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, its officials, its priests, and the people of the land. That's the way that God gave me in January, but at that time I was like, let me wait. I don't understand it. I don't understand it clear. Let me wait for God. And this morning, as everything now unfolds, I've heard God saying the same word that don't be terrified. Don't think that, oh, it looks like what God said to me, it's against other people. Don't be terrified, because that's what God has called you to do. It's not a nice thing. It's not a nice thing when you look at it, because people, when you say stuff, or you talk about things that God said or God revealed to you, some people might be offended, because those are the things that they don't want to go to them, they don't want to cover. They just want to do things the way they see fit, or the way that will benefit themselves. So if you're doing it on another way, you're messing up everything for them. So they're not going to be happy with that. They're going to battle with you. They're going to fight with you, because how are they going to benefit now if you reveal stuff that they didn't want to say, or they didn't want to do, or they didn't want to speak to people about these same things, and you come and you speak about those things. So that's what happened also. I'm gonna read to you from verse 17. This girl followed Paul and the rest of us, shouting, shouting, these men are servants of the Most High God, who are telling you the way to be saved. She kept this up for many days. Finally, Paul became so troubled that he turned around and said to the Spirit, in the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to come out of her. At that moment, the Spirit left her. The Spirit left the woman. When the owners of the slave girl realized that their hope of making money was gone, they seized Paul and Silas and dragged them into the marketplace to face the authorities. Some of the people won't be pleased at all. They won't be happy with the situation. So they will try to fight with you. They will be against you and they will fight with you. That's what's happened. That's what we found in the story, because the moment Paul commanded that spirit to come out of the slave girl, the owners were not happy, because now they're not gonna make money. How are they going to make money now? Because the spirit is out of the girl. So they had to put Paul. They had to put Paul and Silas in prison. They must face charges. They've taken their source of income out of them. So that's what happened also. So as with us, it's the same thing. That's why we are facing fights, spiritual fights, and you don't know where all these coming from. It's because of what you are doing or what God deposited in you. And most of the people won't be happy with it. They won't be happy at all with what you are doing. So that is the word for today, children of God. I hope that it blesses you. And as I said before, if you have comments, questions, you are more than welcome to just drop them on the comment section. Thank you so much. That's it for me. Thank you for tuning. See you on the next video.